All right, let's get this party started. Good morning, everybody. This is Ned over at My Philippine Dreams, N to the E to the D over at MPD, coming at you from Dumaguete City, the city of gentle people, except when they're driving. Today is March 10th, 2020, the first day of the rest of our lives. I hope you are all well. I am well. Let's make sure this is actually working. It looks like it is. Good times. Okay. So last week we had a honeymoon of sorts. It actually turned out to be a working honeymoon because somebody, I'm not going to say any names, made a mistake on the marriage certificate and wrote in 10 instead of 11 on a birth date. So that turned into a problem because here in the Philippines, if there's a mistake in paperwork, it takes a long time to fix it. And even though she noticed the mistake about 2 days later, by the time she got down to City Hall to try to correct it, it was too late. So they gave her a list of what is called requirements here in the Philippines. Uh, and so she had to get copies of school transcripts, all kinds of stuff with her date of birth on it to verify the correct date of birth. And it's going to take about 2 to 3 months, they say, to get it fixed. So we went up to Bacolod. We're going to go up to that area anyways on our honeymoon. That's where she is from, the City of Smiles. I had never actually been there. The furthest up I'd been on this island is Sipalay. So it was cool to go up there. And the best things that I remember, the things that I take away most, well, number one, of course, it's not where I was, it was who I was with, which made the trip memorable. I got to put that in there just as a disclaimer. And there were four other takeaways for Bacolod that I enjoyed immensely, and they were, in no particular order, Pizza Hut, Dairy Queen, Burger King, and Krispy Kreme. Yes, in about 4 days, I gained about 6 pounds. I'm up to 205 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. One thing about Bacolod is they got very nice malls. The malls up there are huge, and actually the city itself is quite large. The land area, and I think the population is about 4 times that of Dumaguete City. They call it the City of Smiles. That's where they have the Mascara Festival with all the masks and everything. And the people are very nice. They speak a different language up there. It's actually Ilonggo. So I had no idea what anybody was saying because my Bisaya is limited as it is. I know no Tagalog, and Ilonggo is just way over my head. Thanks to everybody making comments. Jim, Wayne, Michael, Jim, Dave, Mike. A lot of Michaels today. David, congratulations to you both on your multiple honeymoons. Uh, David says, "Love the roads in Bohol." Yeah, another one of the takeaways. If you're in Dumaguete City or you live on Negros Oriental, the coastal road when you get up past Bindoy, San Jose, further up that way before you cut over through the mountains to Bacolod, is actually incredibly beautiful. And we got a bunch of footage from that, and we'll put it up. I got 42 gigabytes of video that I took, and I'm gonna have to go through all of that, break that down to different chapters and all that, and publish that. But the trip up there was actually incredibly beautiful. Once you get up into the mountains, of course, it's a lot cooler than it is in the lowlands. At one point, it was about 71, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, apologies for anybody who's not American. We don't understand the metric system, so we don't know how to convert it. But it was actually too cold because we went to a resort at one point, and they have swimming areas and water slides and stuff, but it was actually too cold to go swimming. Larry says, Ned, they canceled the St. Patrick's Day parade in Southie today. That's a shame. That's a shame. Probably because of this virus malady that's going around and tanking the world markets. And it looks like it's going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of airlines, particularly, I guess, in Korea, ASEAN and Korean airlines, which weren't doing too well before, I guess. My flight to the United States has been canceled yet again. I was scheduled at first to go through China. That got canceled, of course. Then I was scheduled to go through Incheon, Korea. That got canceled. Then they rerouted me through Narita, Japan, and that has been canceled. And I'm doing this all on my own. The airlines have been really good in refunding money for purchases because of travel advisories and everything. And now I'm booked to go to the United States. The direct flight from Cebu to LA and then LA to Orlando. And that's going to be in a couple months. So And that'll hopefully be, and actually the travel time on that is pretty good. It's like 21 hours total travel time as compared to going through Korea or China, which can be like 30, 32 hours. Okay, Dieselman says it's snowing here in North Dakota. LOL, 70 is awesome. Yeah, I can't complain. Actually, today is starting off to be a beautiful day. I walked out this morning. I got up around 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I walked outside, and it's nice and cool. So today will hopefully be another nice day. But summer is coming. You know, it's like Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. But here in the Philippines, summer is coming. April, May are right around the corner. So that's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. So yeah, it was a good time going up to Bacolod. We stayed at a fairly nice hotel. We saw a lot of our family. We did, every night we went out to different areas. Also, the trash laws, the littering laws in Bacolod are strictly enforced. So you don't see all the trash that you see all over the place in some other cities. Dumaguete. So they're really strict on that. I guess President Duterte came through at one point, and he's friendly with the mayor, and he's like, hey, why don't you get rid of all these street vendors that are clogging up the streets selling vegetables and fruit and all that, and why don't you do something about the littering, this X, Y, and Z. Also, they're doing a lot of work. The Build, Build, Build program that President Duterte started up, they're widening the roads in Bacolod. The roads in Bacolod, just for traveling in your car, are really nice. They're wide. It's like Dumaguete is just, the streets are so narrow. If somebody pulls over to buy some coconuts or something, it clogs everything up. But the streets up in Bacolod were very nice. Also, this was the first trip that we took in our Hyundai Tucson. We bought a 2016 Hyundai Tucson CRDI, a diesel. And I was very impressed with it. It's got the ABS, it's got the traction control, it's got the air conditioning. And it's got really good gas mileage over the course of the trip. We did about 570 kilometers total, and we were averaging about 17.1 kilometers per liter, which I think comes out to about 42 miles per gallon or somewhere thereabouts. And with my back and everything and getting older, you know, going on a long ride like that on our scooter would not have been nearly as enjoyable, especially when we were coming back, because that low pressure area came through and brought just torrential downpours. And my ABS actually kicked in at one point because I had to do a sort of emergency braking, and it worked quite well. Okay, people are talking about Frank. I don't know who Frank is. Hi, Ned. This is Ian S., third timer signed up with Frank Tourist Patron Services. Get more visitors to Mindanao. Francis, not Frank. Francis. I don't know who Frank is. I'm sorry. I really don't keep up on YouTube and the scene. I don't even watch my videos. Once it's put together, it's just like, good luck. But it's too bad they canceled the St. Patrick's Day Parade. I can remember they were having problems with it in previous years for other reasons that we won't get into. But, hey. Mr. Khan asks, what's your opinion on Davao City? I don't know. I've never been there. People that have lived there, what's weird is Dumaguete gets a lot of foreigners that have lived in other parts of the Philippines, like, for example, Bacolod and Davao. I mean, from all over, Cebu. And sometimes they'll say things like one thing that I hear about Davao, it's hard to get out to an area, to like a beach area. It's hard to get outside the city. I guess Davao City is the biggest city area-wise in the Philippines. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I often am. So they talk about that a lot. But as far as the people go and everything else, it's decent. Art Baker says, congratulations and best wishes to you both from New Jersey. Thank you very much. Randy Westgate says the truck has the cooled seats. No, it doesn't have air-conditioned seats. And I actually got to change the cabin air filter, the air filter for the AC, because like halfway up to Bacolod, I noticed that the amount of cool air coming out of the vents was decreasing, and what happened was it frosted up, so we had to pull over, take a break for a while. We let the built-up ice melt off the whatever it is, evaporator, whatever it's called, and we were good to go. Brown walkers. Alfred Steinacher says, been to Moalboal. Yeah, I've been to Moalboal. Moalboal is like on the north or the central west part of Cebu Island. It's a very popular diving destination. And I think one of the reasons for it being so popular is there's actually a wall. A lot of times, like if you go to Apo Island, if you go scuba diving around here, it goes out really gradual. In Moalboal, about 500, 600 meters off of the beach, there's actually a wall. So you basically get all your corals going out, and then all of a sudden it just falls into an abyss, and you can't see anything. And I'll admit, once again, I get scared when I approach a wall because when I was in 1977, I was 10 years old. Our babysitter brought us to see Jaws, and ever since then, I've been scared to death of sharks. I have seen sharks in the Philippines. So whenever I see the wall, because you don't know what's down there. It could be giant octopi. It could be giant squid. It could be like Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Or it could be just one of those freaking, what is it, Megalodon? One of those prehistoric sharks down there. Robbie Morris says, all that dust in the air. Another great thing about having a car with a cabin filter is it filters out all the dust, all the diesel exhaust fumes. It's nice driving, man. I'm so glad that we have it. Anthony Keller says, I thought you were taking a trip back to the U.S. Congrats on the marriage. Hope for the best for your kids. Thank you very much. Yesterday we went for our second prenatal appointment. Her doctor is very nice. Here they don't say OBGYN, they say OB-GYN. So again, that's a difference. And then another thing they do here, and I gotta compile a list of all the vernacular. I know I have that in the book, but I gotta add some stuff to it. And so you don't say dirt road. Like when I'm doing sketches, when I'm getting delivery to the house or something, they want me to do a sketch, and I always write dirt road because first there's a concrete road, and then to our house there's a dirt road. They don't use dirt road here. They use rough road. So vernacular differences. David Smith, Italy, no enter or exit. The news, ABS, CBN says, yeah, it looks like Italy has done a complete lockdown. And again, this is just going to keep spreading. I think there's 34 states in the United States where they got coronavirus over the past couple of days. They got 4 cases up in Manila. I mean, it's just it's a virus. It's just gonna spread. That's what viruses do. And hopefully they can start doing some human trials at some point on the vaccines that they have in development, because this is really causing a problem worldwide. I mean, everybody's markets are tanking. The Asian markets tanked the other day. U.S. is down. U.S. dropped. The United States markets dropped by the highest percentage since 2008, the big recession that we had in the United States. So it's not getting good. And if you have investments and you've been watching your investments, my advice to you is that I'm not an investment counselor, is stop looking at them. Just ignore it. Again, when you're doing investing with the stock market, mutual funds, anything like that, it's not a point in time. It's a process over time. So just don't look at it. I actually uninstalled. I have the Cash app on my phone. And I actually uninstalled it the other day because I kept checking it. I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah. Especially if you've made any recent investments over the past 6 months. That's rough. Okay, Tony Brigante. Bye. Bye-bye. Funny guy. Tony, you were just a hater. Tony has left the island. Tony has been voted off the island. And again, it's funny. People will say things like this on the internet. This is one thing about the internet. People will say things like this over the internet, but for some reason, they never say it in person. Never say it in person. Anyways, don't let the haters get you down. So yeah, the trip was enjoyable. Usually if you're on a scooter, you're getting like 85 to 100 miles per gallon. Or if you're on a small motorcycle, 125, 200 cc, something like that. So getting 17.1 kilometers per liter, which is about 42 miles per gallon, isn't too bad at all. I was shocked, actually, at how fuel efficient the Hyundai Tucson was. Dave Cool says, sound financial advice, Ned. Yes, and actually that's what everybody says. Mark Cuban, Warren Buffett, just forget it. Just let it go. Don't do anything. Don't be selling off. And a lot of them are advising don't even buy right now because it hasn't bottomed out. Mark Friedem says, Ned, went to BI yesterday to renew visa extension. You must have all of past extensions or they will not process. That's the first I've heard of that. Thankfully, I keep all my paperwork, my extensions, and I have my new passport. I got my old passport, so hopefully everything will be okay. Jim Kenny Urias, I didn't see what Tony said. It doesn't matter what Tony said. Tony is no longer on the island. Tony is dead to us. Tony is dead to me. Me and Tony, we've been around. We went to different schools together, but Tony turned on me. So Tony is no more. Mike's view of the world, close your eyes on the stock market. Absolutely. Tom, I spent 6 days in Bacolod in January with my girlfriend. Stayed at El Fisher Hotel. Best breakfast buffet ever. I was there when President Duterte was there. I didn't see him, but there was a boatload of military. Yeah, we were going to stay at La Fisher Hotel, but it was booked. There's actually a casino in there. And that's another thing I know. A couple more observations about Bacolod City. And if people have been there, I've noticed a lot of people of Chinese descent in Bacolod, more so than in the Philippines. For example, one of the women working the desk at our hotel was obviously of strong Chinese descent. And the kid at Krispy Kreme, I say kid, he was like 25. The kid at Krispy Kreme was of obvious Chinese descent. So there's some Chinai stuff going on there. What are you doing? She's. Yeah, sure. You got a chair?
No, I'll get it.
La la la. So we are joined by my pregnant, expecting wife. Once again, let me take a moment to thank God for making me a man so that I don't have to go through the whole pregnancy hormonal imbalance process. Thank you, God. So, welcome to the Livestream, Chichai. How you feeling?
A little sleepy, but I need to go to NBI by 9, so.
Oh, that's right. You got to get an MBI clearance. Another one of the requirements that you have to do. Oh, this is for your job. Yeah.
For the 5-1 job.
How was your job? I heard you got a promotion.
Yeah. Actually, they offered me a promotion before, but I didn't took it yet because I was afraid that I might lose my students. But so far, I didn't lose my student.
Because when you get a promotion, you get
my salary will increase.
They charge more money, and yeah.
There she is. Hello.
And what was the heart rate on baby yesterday?
160.
And what was it previously?
170.
172.
172, yeah.
So there's a chance, because I guess the high heart rate indicates that it might be a girl. Lower heart rate.
And some of the people are also saying that it might be a girl.
Yeah. I mean, I'm good either way. I mean, it's a roll of the dice. Whoa, we're going to lose power. But I'd like to have a little princess to spoil. That'd be cool. In the Philippines, they got the little thing with the bows on it and everything. It's just so cute. It's so cute. And somebody, as somebody previously noted, older foreigners seem to have more girls than boys for some reason. Maybe it's because our sperm is old. Baby on beer. So I told them about our excursion up to Bacolod. My 4 favorite things were Burger King, Pizza Hut, Dairy Queen, and Krispy Kreme.
How about the chicken?
Oh, yes, Chicken Deli. That's a great franchise. Another one that they should open in Dumaguete. It's kind of like a Mang and a Sol, but the chicken is larger portions. The chicken oil is fantastic. I actually had 2 servings of rice. This is the first time
It's
in the
the first
Philippines.
time.
6.5 years in the Philippines, I never had 2 servings of rice.
And I was surprised when I asked you. I thought you were just joking.
Oh no, I wasn't. I was serious. I had because I don't like plain rice. Plain rice is gross, but when you got some, something to put on it, So they had that chicken oil, which is a red oil, which is made from
Chicken fat.
rendered chicken fat skin, which is super healthy, and it tastes really good. So you just cover that so your rice turns red, and then you whiff that down. It's good stuff. David Smith says, "Have you picked a name yet?"
From Borderlands.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about Zane, or if it's a boy, or Amara, for a girl.
Zane?
Anthony Keller says, Navy SEALs have 99% girls due to cold water exposure. I'm sure that's scientifically and medically sound. Jim asks, what's better, Ned, chicken deli or KFC extra crispy chicken? I haven't had the KFC extra crispy chicken, but I'll tell you that chicken deli is freaking slamming. Now, I'm a Mang Inasal fan. I love the pecho. I don't know what they marinate that pecho in, but it's freaking fantastic. So I went in there with, I'm not going to like this. I'm not going to like this, but it was really good. And they should open a Krispy Kreme in Dumaguete, too. If somebody could get the franchise on that, I think that would be a moneymaker. Because whenever I see people coming from Cebu on the ferries or from other places, they always get the Krispy Kreme boxes because they have it up in Cebu. They don't have it in Dumaguete. So that's our future, hon. Krispy Kreme. I also told them that I gained about 6 pounds in 4 days.
You just kept on eating and eating. He keeps on eating and eating in Bacolod.
Well, what happened was kept walking through the mall, and I'd be like, oh my God, Pizza Hut. Oh my God, Krispy Kreme. Oh my God, Dairy Queen. And they don't have it in Dumaguete, so I did what I had to do. I was taking advantage of the situation and, getting mine. And then you ate my other piece of Pizza Hut pizza.
Because you just kept on eating, and I don't want you to eat a lot. And you can't even walk.
Oh man, yeah, I couldn't walk. And that night, I woke up at 2:00 in the morning. I was like, I felt so sick. I thought I was gonna puke, but I didn't. EO says, hey Ned, have you had the balut yet? Nope, and I'm not going to.
Only the
I'm Catholic.
Penoy.
Only the Penoy. Penoy is
But
like...
it's just like an egg.
It's
boiled egg.
It's a duck egg, but it's boiled. It's not, with the embryos and stuff in it. I'm a Catholic. I'm a practicing Catholic. I don't believe in duck egg abortion. Max's View of the World. Have you driven around all night trying to get food cravings of your pregnant fiance? That's my second wife. I have 2 wives. This is my wife. There's also a fiance. Yes, one night you wanted the mangoes. Who? We'll talk about it. Honey, I converted to the Muslim faith so that I can have multiple wives. It's important. Just think of it as getting a free yaya to help take care of baby. Wahoo guy says, Ned, are you still smoking? Stop staring at me like that. Ned, are you still smoking? Yes, I am still smoking. I'm smoking right now. You can't see it, but her gaze has got me on fire. Mike Whitcomb says, are you going to be like the traditional Filipino family and have at least 6 kids? I don't think I got that in me.
Who?
Us. You want a family with 6 kids?
No.
Okay.
What's the other fiance?
There's no other fiance, honey. I've only got us. So what was your favorite thing from our time in Bacolod?
Staying in Luxor place where I met my friends again.
Yeah, that was quite a coincidence. I didn't realize this at the time when I booked the hotel, but half of Luxor Place, the hotel we stayed in, is actually a BPO. It's a call center. They do Expedia, they do a few other. And Chichai used to work there.
Yeah, in teleperformance.
In teleperformance. So you were able to see friends who you hadn't seen for a while. And I got to meet her friend Rox. Hi, Rox. I don't know if you're watching this. But Rox termed a new term for the color of my skin. I used to go with pink ape.
Two.
Fresh salmon. She calls me fresh salmon. Thank you, Rox, for that. You like, that's good. So no, we're not going to have, I think 2 would be cool. You okay with 2? We'll see how the first one goes.
Let's see.
Smoking redneck. Yeah, smoking is a horrible addiction. I've struggled with it for years. I quit every year. I go back to the United States, but then I come back here, and 2, 3, 4 months later, I start smoking again. This year, because I got a family, hopefully I'll be able to quit and stay quit. It's actually easy to quit in the United States because cigarettes are like $10 a pack, and you just do the patch. It's hard when you come back here, and I'm gonna have to do things like I can't drink coffee, coffee with sugar and cream in it anymore because that triggers smoking. I can't drink beer anymore because that triggers smoking. So I got to stay in a safe place for like 6 months. That means I can't go to Bogarts. Sorry, Bogarts. Chanceberg says, "LOL, Ned. I wasn't man enough to eat the balut there either." Yeah. It didn't pass the smell test. I tried to do it one time. I smelled it. I'm like, no. They got weird tastes here in the Philippines.
It only tastes like still eggs.
Honey, there's eyeballs and feathers.
But I don't eat the baby chicken or baby duck inside. Only the
eggish part. No. Anthony Keller says, no, I'm sorry. Mark Higgins says, my wife and I used to live in Dumaguete. Does Dumaguete still have brownouts and the barrage of scooters? The brownouts have decreased. The number of scooters has increased exponentially since you've been here. Traffic in Dumaguete, now it sucks. It sucks now. It officially sucks. Compared to when I first came here 6.5 years ago, it was, every now and then it would get a little dicey. But now it's a daily occurrence. And basically you have to time. It's starting to be like Cebu, where it's like if it's like 4:30 in the afternoon, it's like, nah, I think I'll just go out later tonight or I'll go out tomorrow. Max's view of the world, Filipinos do not understand sarcasm. She's very sarcastic and she gets it, and she's just doing that for comedic value. I hope. Are you doing that for comedic value? Yeah.
Sometimes.
Jim talks about durian. I hate durian with every cell of my being. I can't eat durian, like raw durian, but if it's cooked in like a durian pancake, I can do it. No?
The smell's still there.
Yeah. The smell of like rancid chicken. It's the strangest fruit. It's like a mix of fruit and bad meat. Yeah. Oahu guy, what was such a nice girl like Chichai doing in Bogarts?
We only meet outside the Bogart, not inside. And we just came from Tempura at that time. And my families are there because our close friends are also there. Mm-hmm. And that was there.
And I was there. So it was her and her family. They had gone out for tempura.
Yeah. And after that, we're going to Bogarts to just say hi, hello.
Because you had some friends there.
Yeah.
Some family friends there.
Some sodas.
Yeah, her mom was there. Her mom was sitting right next to me.
Yeah.
They all joined our table. They're all sitting next to me. And I said, hey, because she had her 70D with her. And I was like, hey.
You only attracted with my camera before.
So that's an awfully nice camera. That's a lovely camera. Dun, dun. Tom says, I only like garlic rice. My girl can eat plain rice 3 times a day. Yeah, I like garlic rice too. I got to have some sauce on it, man. It's got to have some flavor. I don't like that.
Plain?
Yeah, I don't like the plain tastes. And there's some flavors in the United States where plain rice, the white rice, smells like mothballs. And that's the worst kind. Fish and a squid durian tastes like roasted garlic to me. I love it. I love roasted garlic. I make my own roasted garlic peanuts now.
I don't like the smell of garlic anymore.
She doesn't like the smell of garlic anymore. Pregnancy has changed her. Mike Vinay says, this is crazy. Drinking coffee and eating some chocolate ice cream in 18-degree weather. Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's still cold in a lot of places of the world. Mm-hmm. Lazy Larry says this March 3rd, have not smoked for 21 years. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. What was your least favorite thing about being at Bacolod?
Some other jeepneys are very annoying when they getting passengers on the road.
Yeah, because they just stop in the lane. Another thing I noticed, and maybe this is just in the provinces, because that's where we live. We're in a provincial area. We're outside of the NCR, the National Capital Region. Filipinos don't understand the difference between travel lane and passing lane, especially when you got these giant ass sugarcane trucks, they're halfway between the passing lane and the travel lane, so you can't get through them on the inside, the outside. But again, the roads are so nice there. Actually, at one point, I got up to 120 kilometers an hour, which is the fastest I've ever gone in the Philippines outside of air travel. There was this one part we were coming down out of the mountains, and it was a newly asphalted, really super wide highway with no traffic on it, and I wanted to see, what the Hyundai could do. And I got up to 120 kilometers per hour. Mark Higgins says, smart move getting married. I didn't get married until I was 38 years old. Married my wife from Cebu, and we both have been married for 23 happy years. Congrats on your marriage. Thank you for that, Mark. Chris says, being pregnant means eating really strange things. Mark Vinay says, usually I put gravy on my rice. Yeah, you got to have some gravy, man.
When I'm eating at McDonald's, I put the gravy on my rice.
Okay, since we're talking diet. Yesterday we went and saw the doctor, and I've been on her to try to eat more vegetables. Chichai does not like vegetables. She sees vegetables as her sworn enemies, as her nemesis. I've been on her, so finally yesterday we went to the doctor, and the doctor says, Ned is right. You have a very smart mana, and you should be eating more vegetables. And she can tell she's shutting down as we speak, as we're going over this topic. Mark Fredham says, Ned, found a store in Quezon City, SM Mall, says Fender guitars, but 85,000 pesos. Oh, that's about 1,000. That's over 1,000. That's about 1,600 US dollars. You. William Blake asks, William Blake, my favorite poet. Yo, Ned, when baby come out? When is baby coming out?
September.
Whenever it feels like it. September. Yeah, September is the due date for baby Beam. Yeah, that's very expensive for a Fender. If you're going back to the United States, you can always, get a Fender and just take the neck off and ship it in a Balik Bayan box, or carry on. Oahu guy asks, what kind of guitar does Chichai play? She is pretty talented compared to you, Ned. Yes, she is.
But you're doing good on your guitar playing now.
I've improved?
Yeah, I've never played guitar before now.
I'm a better electric guitarist than you are.
Yeah. But the fingerstyle,
I'm getting better. It's just playing every night. Usually when she's working, I'll watch some TV, and I'll play.
And I think I can't play the guitar until the baby come out because of the tummy.
The bump?
The big, yeah.
So you're going to have to do more piano.
Yeah, only piano.
Mark Higgins says, by the way, I am from Massachusetts too. You still have your Boston accent. Awesome. I don't have a bad accent. I was actually talking to somebody from Revere the other day, and I had forgotten how strong the North Shore accents are. Max's view of the world, New Zealand dollar is so weak, I think I give up on going to the Philippines. Well, the good thing about being in New Zealand or Australia is it's not a long flight, and the flights are usually fairly cheap. And if it's cold there and, you're getting tired of New Zealand and all the sheep and everything, all the sheep encroaching, they need to build a wall to keep those sheep out. Just come over for a couple of weeks. Chris, I'm talking to a Filipina, but she much younger than I. Am not sure if the age gap is common in the Philippines. With foreigners it is. Yeah, with foreigners it is. And with rich Filipinos it is. Yeah. Chris and Roxy, yo. Michael Larson asks,
when is she going to sing some more?
yeah, when are you going to sing some more?
I don't feel like singing right now.
She's on hiatus. She's taking a break. She's like Billie Eilish, taking a break. Or who's that guy with the red hair that I hate?
Huh?
The singer.
Just...
The red-haired male singer that I hate.
Oh, Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. She's on hiatus like Ed Sheeran. Paul Revere, love that guy. The redcoats are coming. Oahu guy asks, hey Ned, how's your house hunting coming around? Is your current house big enough to accommodate new baby? The search for the perfect 3-bedroom, 2-bath house continues. It's difficult. She's getting frustrated with it too, because she goes out. At this point, she goes out for the initial recon. I'm like, okay, here's one. They're saying this, that, the other thing. Go check it out. And whenever she goes and checks it out, it's always been, no. And Pink House is big enough for baby. Baby's not even going to remember the first couple of years. You know, it's not like, I remember when I was a baby and I wish we had a bigger house. We got a 2-bedroom house now. And it's okay. It's all right for now.
Yeah.
Somebody asks, what's the due date of the baby? Again, it is September 2020.
We don't know what the exact date yet is.
This is a good one.
What?
Tony Bassetti says, every day is a honeymoon. Boy, you got a lot to learn. Yeah, I'm sure I will. But we'll probably still be here, and we'll still be sharing our experiences. We still haven't had a fight. We still haven't yelled at each other.
You want to fight?
No. It's just too much energy. It's too hot to fight in the Philippines. The heat, the humidity, once you start getting, the emotions all roiled up, you just start sweating. It's uncomfortable.
And I don't want arguments. I hate arguments.
Yeah, and so far there's been nothing to argue over.
Yeah.
Except vegetables. And it's not really an argument. I just bring it up and she just shuts down. She just goes,
Yeah, it's better to just shut up rather than blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Rain Man says, why do you need 3 bedrooms when the house you are currently in is big enough? I don't know, maybe to have family come down and visit, have an extra bedroom. Mr. Mike T-Man. Hey, Ned, congrats to you and your wife. I knew you were hooked when you first drooled over her singing. Oh, Rain Man says you need a room for the yaya.
No, yaya.
We're not going to have a live-in yaya. It's just going to be...
I don't want a yaya.
She doesn't want a yaya. But I'm not changing diapers.
But if you really want a yaya, I want the old yaya.
Okay, she says if we get a yaya, it's going to be an old, ugly yaya. So if you're in the Dumaguete area and you know any old, ugly people, that would make a good yaya.
Don't say ugly.
Well, just old.
Just old.
Just old. Sir Dino says, Ned, do you know my friend Dave from the USA? He goes to the same gym as you. Is he an ex-state trooper? If it is, I know him. Left around, good crowd tonight. Arguments are just opposite opinions. Nobody wins, so no use in it. Yeah. Jim says, that's why we marry amazing Filipina woman. Yeah, I agree. And you got to be patient. And you should hang out in seedy bars for the right one to come along. And you got to be patient and you got to be willing. If you're looking for real quality, Filipinas basically, they want 2 things. They want to get married and they want a family.
And they will friend zone you first.
And they will friend zone you on. And, okay, and also let's talk about, and we're going to totally change the subject here. We've been meandering along for 39 minutes. What's up with Filipinas liking chubby guys or preferring guys to be chubby instead of thin?
For me, I'm not attracted with the boys with abs.
She's not attracted to boys with abs.
I don't
That's
like
good.
that. It's like, ew.
It's like me. I have an ab.
Ab.
I have an ab.
Only one, so it's singular ab, no S.
No S. Singular ab.
Yeah, because I feel so. I don't know if this is a harsh word. It looks disgusting.
What,
When-
abs look disgusting?
Yeah, for me, I really don't like it.
Me neither. They're disgusting. So not aesthetically pleasing. But when I had lost weight, now that I've gained weight, I've gained the weight back that I lost from dengue and all that. She prefers me
Yeah.
chubby.
I like.
She prefers me chubby. And she's not alone. I know a lot of other Filipinas that prefer guys
Mm-hmm.
to be chubby. And maybe
Because
yeah.
we feel like we have a living teddy bear, a human teddy bear.
She feels like she has a human teddy bear.
Pillow.
A human pillow. The more padding, the better. So
Because
yeah, if you're
we love cuddles.
yeah, they love cuddles.
Mm.
Guys love cuddles too,
So
right, guys?
if the guy has abs, it's like we're hugging a stone.
Yeah, you want to hug a stone.
I
Like
don't
when I lost
like
all
it.
that weight and I was all ripped and everything, you were like, "Oh, look at all the abs and striations and musculature on you. That's disgusting." Yeah. Fat is a sign of wealth. It could have something to do with that. It could be part of the collective conscious or subconscious thing where the heavier people, because you still see older Filipino guys walking around with their t-shirts up. And they got the big bellies hanging out like Buddhas, like little
And-
Filipino Buddhas.
They said that chubby is the new sexy.
Chubby is the new sexy. So if you're a foreigner and you're chubby, don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So yeah, so don't worry about being chubby. It's gonna work for you. And don't worry about having a big nose. If you're a big nosed, really pale, fat guy, come to the Philippines and bring a stick because you're gonna need it. You're gonna have to beat them off of you. Lefty All Around says, I have found that too. Lots of Filipinos don't like guys that work out. Macho. They don't like macho. They don't find it attractive. They want big, cuddly teddy bears that can move furniture. Michael Corleone says, congrats to you and your bar girl, Frank. Oh, okay. Apple Brand says, I love chubby too. My husband is chubby. We have been married almost 20 years.
See?
Yeah. Tony Bassetti says, shorty is a new sexy as long as you clean and life in between the foils. Wahoo Guy says, does Chicha have any friends? No friends. She's friendless.
I have friends, but they already have. Some of them already have family, kids.
Max's view of the world. Max says, fat guys means they can trampoline on them. So he can use this like a trampoline. Oh, the football games and the basketball. I'm muscly now. Look at this. Jacked. Look at that. Trapezius biceps. And a fat belly. So we went out for pizza last night. Shout out once again to Easteria Tapas. It's by Neva's Pizza. If you're in Dumaguete and you need really, really, really good pizza, go to Easteria, get yourself a pepperoni pizza, split it between the two of you, and then afterwards, treat yourself to a creme brulee, a fresh, beautiful creme brulee, and it comes out to 500 pesos for two people.
Sulit.
And the pepperoni pizza there is fantastic. Shout out to Marco, Chef Marco, the Italian gentleman who works there, who doesn't speak much English, so it's hard to have a conversation with him. But you just walk in and you say, pizza, pepperoni, and he'll know. Yeah, man. Dumaguete's come a long way when it comes to the restaurant scene. Unfortunately, we still can't go to Halong Halong.
Yeah, and I don't. Are they still open? I've never seen them.
I guess they shut down temporarily. I hope it's not permanently shut down because Halong Halong was excellent. Oahu Guy, did Chicha ever have braces or is she just lucky with straight teeth?
My teeth is not straight.
No, she's got kind of crooked teeth. She's got crooked teeth. D-Lade says, Ned, looks are only temporary. What matters is the person. I'm in trouble then. I'm in double trouble. because I ain't got the looks and I don't have the personality, but I have the personality. JJ says the Filipinos who work out themselves are the ones more likely to admire a guy in shape. A lot of women, when they hit around 30, metabolism slows down 0.5% a year. They wake up and one day they say, "What happened?" Yeah. And plus they eat all that freaking rice.
Rice is life.
Rice is horrible. Rice is
life.
Unless it's got chicken oil on it, then it's delicious.
The chicken deli.
Chicken deli. And one of the good things about going to the gym that I do, a lot of professional Filipino bodybuilders go there. These guys are huge. And sometimes I get invited to go to the events, and they have the Filipina fitness models and everything, the bikini fitness models, and they're gorgeous. So, yeah. So, Filipinas that, go to the gym. I encourage Chichai to go to the gym.
No.
No? It's not going to work. Unsa sa English?
Sa nakakaintindi sa akin, dikit na sa bahay. Huh?
Kuya Nation. Kuya Nation's here? I see somebody replying to Kuya Nation.
There.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, just stopping by. Congratulations to you both. Happy for you, Kuya. Thank you very much, Kuya Nation. He's back. You're back in the United States. You're still in my Facebook feed, I guess it's called. So every now and then I see updates on you. Somebody says it's hard to hear you when the volume is so low. I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know. Let's go to OBS real quick. OBS Studio. It seems to be working somewhat. It's not great, but all right. We're gonna wrap this up because we've been going for almost an hour. Thanks for all the well wishes. Thanks to everybody who commented and left their experiences. Thanks to Chubby being the new sexy. And thanks to everything over the past year that's come together so well. And life is good. So again, puppies, rainbows, unicorns, and Krispy Kreme for all.
And chicken deli.
And chicken deli for all. And we'll see you next time on My Philippine Dreams. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I got things to do today. Busy day, Tuesdays.